Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to show you how to repair the P0520 or a leak at the engine oil pressure sensor on a 2.4 Ecotec engine. Okay, so the engine oil pressure sensor is located on the front of the engine. It's located right here. I'm going to try to keep my hand out the way so you can see. It's located right here. It's going to be kind of an awkward video because of where I have to be and where the oil pressure sensor is, but this is it right here. The only thing you're going to need to replace it is an engine oil pressure sensor socket and a ratchet and an extension. Okay, so like I said, all we're going to need is an engine oil pressure sensor socket and an extension. Let's go ahead and put the engine oil pressure sensor on without the ratchet first. Sometimes it's easier to get it to line up. Once we got that, we're going to take our ratchet, stick it on there. And I know this is probably a terrible angle, but this is the only angle that I could get for you. It's in a terrible spot to show on a video. You will lose a little bit of oil out of this, so make sure you have a catch pan or something underneath there. I'm going to go ahead and remove it. Just like that. Once you got the oil pressure sensor out, what I want to show you is right here on the oil pressure sensor, there's actually a ring. It's this ring on this new oil pressure sensor. It's for when you seal it, it seals against this copper ring. You want to make sure that it's not stuck on the car. If it is stuck on the car, you'll have two of them and it won't seal. You'll still have an oil leak. So just make sure that it is on the sensor and that you put the new one on your new sensor. Now, what I do is I'll take a little bit of a transmission assembly gel right here, put it on the ring. You don't need a whole lot, just enough to get it on there. Stick it on your sensor, and what that'll do is it'll keep it from falling off when you go to install it. It won't come off at all now. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take our oil pressure sensor and stick it in, and I'm gonna tell you something. This is one thing I don't like about aftermarket sensors. This is a GM sensor, fits right down into the oil pressure sensor or socket. This is a GM oil pressure sensor socket, works fine. This is our snap-on one, it's a little longer, works fine. You try to put this aftermarket sensor in these and they're so tight that it's really hard to get them in. But anyway, as long as I can get it about halfway down, I'll go ahead and do it. Alright, so what I like to do is I like to go ahead and get them hand tight to start. So let's go ahead and put it on. It's kind of hard to see. It's probably going to be really hard to see in the video, but just like that. Alright, I adjusted light a little bit. I know it's hard to see. I wish I could make it easier for you, but that's about all it's going to do. Let's go ahead and stick the socket on just like that. Tighten it up. Okay, so I went ahead and torqued it down off camera because I was having a problem getting the socket on that sensor. I hate aftermarket sensors, and that's why I normally use a GM one. Unfortunately, I didn't have one, and this guy needed his car so quick that I didn't have time to get one. So I went ahead and got it torqued down. Torque spec is 16 pounds/foot. Now, let's go ahead and plug the new sensor in. Just like that. And you're almost done. The reason I say almost is you always want to check the oil level after replacing the oil pressure sensor. You will lose a little bit of oil when changing that sensor, so make sure it's topped off. You don't want to send the customer down the road, or you don't want to be driving yourself down the road and the engine blow up due to no oil in the engine. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And as always, if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Click that subscribe button. Help me help you. Go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, or click one of these other videos wherever they are. Thanks again for watching.